For the quarter life chaos, we are down for the plot.
Hello. Welcome back to Down for the Plot podcast. This is our second episode. Cool. So today's episode is going to be about toxic work environment, which a lot of you must have been there, and both of us, we have been in that toxic work environment as well. Yeah, so we're talking about this toxic work environment that we have been in our life before. So for me, what happened is it's not toxic, but then I would say my previous workplace has really limited opportunity, and then whenever I try to upskill myself, they'd be like, just wait for a moment. That's what usually happen. I would say they promise a lot of things, but then when it comes to the time, they just say wait for a moment, and that wait could last for 1, 2, 3 years.
Well, I mean, I'm saying because we've been working together at that workplace. That's why I understand the previous workplace that we worked, they it's really limited to what we can self-develop in terms of our long-term career. I was working part-time there for 6-7 months, and when there's a time that they look for the full-time worker, so then I apply, but unfortunately I didn't get it because they selected more on what they think is right for the role, even though you have experience there for months, even though you're outperforming and things like that. That's not the deal. So I'm kind of losing my motivation to work for the company, and I was crying the whole way home after I knew that I didn't get a job. And that's when I looked for the new job at the different company. I don't say it's biased, but I don't know what is their decision to decide on that.
I mean, I know that you don't want to say bias, but it is definitely biased. Yeah, because if you actually look into that situation again, it is definitely biased. Yeah. I don't think I want to disclose it to everyone about this, but then it was this person was pretty much very kissing up to the boss. And then every single day, every single week, this person would be like, when am I going to get this position? And this person just started the job, and maybe 3-4 months, and then this person doesn't really work in this industry anymore. So
this is not related to this topic, but it's just general question. What do you think in terms of in your career life, if you're kissing someone but then you get what you want? What do you think? Sometimes life have led us to this way.
I mean, because for me, pretty much I don't know for a lot of people, but my career path is not something that I want to do for a very long time. At the moment, what I want to do is just get my experience so that it's better for my future. That's what I want to do. I don't want to kiss anyone's butt,
I think, for your whole life.
Because I would be learning a lot of skills. Even if they ask, I'm okay, no problem, I'll do it because I'm learning the skills. But then especially I'm not going to stay in this specific place for a long time, So whatever they ask, I'll be okay, I'll do it. And I get the skills, and when I get the skill, and if I'm good to apply for a better job, then I'll be bye. Because for me, I would say I don't really have that attachment, There's there's a lot of good colleagues, but then I don't work for my colleagues, I work for this specific company, but then this company, the management was so corrupted, and I don't want to stay here even though my teammates are good. Do you think it would be a thing for you, or do you usually look at the company itself, or do you look at more of a team itself?
I'm more looking at the team culture. So even though the company doesn't provide me on what I need, but working in a good environment will also giving you more positive vibe, positive energy, and you just feeling happy to come to work. So for me, team culture is really important. Having those people in my life, it's really uplift you to another level in your career. That's how I feel .
I mean, like, it's really good to have like really, really good colleagues at workplace. But then what I feel is sometimes if you're too close to the colleagues, I cannot work properly.
You might like get the attachment. Is that what you mean?
Because for me, I don't really have that attachment. I have been moving states from state to state,
Yeah.
company to company, and I'm just like, getting my experience. And then these colleagues who will become a good friend to me, and we still like have contact and stuff like that. But then, yeah, I'm like, my growth is my growth, my colleague is my
Yeah.
colleagues, very.
That's very good advice though.
Yeah.
Because I'm more attached to the team culture.
Mm.
So whenever I'm thinking like, oh, I want to switch career or something like that, I would be like, I'm not gonna miss the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you work with a good team, you don't really want to leave this place. But still, if you think about it, is this team going to last long? If the company itself is not
Yeah.
doing great, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It depends. Like on your case by case.
Yeah, true. And also, what do you think about work-life balance?
I don't have a really good work-life balance. I mean, work-life balance is really important. Like, work is work. You leave all the stress at work.
Yeah.
You come home, you relax and do your thing. But for me personally, I still need to learn how to balance it. I still check my email from time to time.
Yeah.
I finish work late sometimes. So it's still in my learning process. But I do know that it's really important to like work-life balance, like your own, like separate your personal life and work life.
Yeah, I believe especially because both of us used to work in hospitality industry, and you are still working in hospitality.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, a lot of hospitality industry, it is running 24/7.
Yeah.
Like no one is resting. So
Yeah.
like even if you are on break, someone else is working. So
Yeah.
like if someone doesn't know what you're actually doing, they will just like call you or text you, and that is like, I think it's really bad for work-life balance, right?
I think sometimes like when they don't know what you're doing and they quite not confident to make a decision, so rather than making a decision, they would prefer to seek for someone who doing the job to make the decision.
Yeah.
Like I think that is what my understanding when you're doing like working with a company that running 24/7
Yeah.
and everyone doing different thing.
That's correct.
Yep. So
Yeah, because with this one as well, because a lot of people from management, they restrict people from the lower level to make their own decision. Whenever something actually happens, this person be like, okay, I don't know what to do. I'm going
Yeah.
to go to my manager.
you know what I like about my team culture is where like because I'm used to work under micromanagement team, so I have to seek the approval from management before I confirm with the guest saying
Yeah.
like I can do this for you, I can do that for you. But then my manager, she was telling me like I want to give you the like decision making on what you're doing, not just saying like I'm gonna talk to my manager. No, you make your own decision, what you think is right, and offer it to the guest. Like I really like this technique. Like you empower the team to make their own decision.
Yeah, because even this own decision, because obviously there's going to be SOP, which is a standard procedure that you have to follow. So if it is within this frame, it should be acceptable.
Yeah,
Right.
like you have to understand. Even though you make your own decision, you have to think what is right and
Yeah.
what's not. Like to offer to the guests, you have to think of the company, of course.
Yeah.
But instead of telling them like you seek approval from someone, it sounds more like you can think. What should I say about it? It's just like
I mean, you have your own thinking as well. You know what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Do you want to talk about that? What actually happens?
oh. So there was a time when I got a full-time job from other company, and HR from my previous company called me to the office and we talked about what's happening. And it was really weird experience, I would say. It's like I understand that HR have to retain the staff for the company, but the way that the HR talked to me that day, it was like super out of like unprofessional. She was saying like, okay, this is your situation, I understand that you want this full-time job, but you have to think like, will this give you any benefit in the future? You cannot just jump around looking for new stuff when you cannot get one thing. You have to like work there and build yourself up, wait for the right time, then that full-time job will come in your hand. You cannot just like go around, go this, go there, and then at the end of the day you will like lose everything. And then at the time I was like, okay, so what's happening, what's going on? And then I asked the HR, so if I stay in the company, will you hand me like a full-time job, because I'm already got offer like the full-time job from the other company. And then she said like, you have to wait for the right time to come, and then you reapply again and then do another interview and things like that as per company brand standards, whatever. And it was very unprofessional, like for someone to talk that to you. Like instead of like giving you more guidance on how to do things, she was like demotivate me to do my job, like like demotivate my decision or whatever it is.
That can also go to like very toxic environment. I don't even know why she make that decision, because she is HR, you know. She is supposed to be motivating the staff, like trying to make the staff stay in this company, not like, you know, making them leave the company.
Yeah, I think like she was trying to retain the staff, like, but the way she approached me, it's a little bit off
Yeah.
the lead.
I mean, like, even not for you, like, if that person, pretty much she talked to me the same way as well.
Yeah.
Because I applied for another position in the same job, and then she was like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to come to corporate, like, how do I say, office outlet?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, I'm sure, because if you teach me, I know how to do, because I'm not dumb, you know?
Yeah.
If you teach me and if you want me to do specific things, then yes, I can do it. I have the skills and I know what to do. It's just, I learn very quickly as well.
Yeah.
And she would be just like, are you sure you want to come here? And she was telling me, it is not just all about experience. You need to have this personality as well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, no problem. Because pretty much I don't really want to stay there. It's just like the position open, and then I apply for it. And that lady was telling me like that, so I'm like, okay, no problem, I'll find somewhere else. Like, just wait until I find somewhere else and I'm just going to say bye. That's what I was thinking. Like, as soon as, because she called me to her office as well, and she was like, oh, okay, Colin, I need to talk to you about something. Are you sure about what you want to do in your life, blah blah blah?
Yeah, that's the question. That's the question. Like, I also had one friend who applied for the finance role in that company, and then the lady in HR, she was the one who interviewed my friend. And then it was so weird, guy. Think about it. You're applying for finance role, but HR guide you to start with the housekeeping role, then move your way up to front desk, and then after front desk, then you can get to finance role, which just doesn't make sense. My friend asked me about that question because she was like, "Is it normal in your company that HR was like referring you to housekeeping role when you want to apply for finance? Like, does it related?" I mean, like, I'm just like, it's just the HR in that company.
Yeah.
Maybe she have the mentality of like, you know, if you want this role, you have to start from the bottom, which just does not make sense. Because I don't mind starting from the bottom. Everyone have to start from the bottom anyway.
Yeah.
But it has to be related to the field.
True. Yeah.
Housekeeping and finance, it's not.
Yeah, it's like totally different.
Yeah. And then she even offered my friend a casual role as well. And my friend was like, no, I'm looking for a finance role, and I do have experience. My friend has had experience, background in finance and accounting, so I don't know what's going on.
Sometimes the toxic environment start when the manager that you're working with is like really not giving you opportunity, and then like every single thing that you do, she just pick on it. Not she, like it's just like she or he. They would just pick on it and then point your mistakes every single thing. You know,
in email.
Yeah, people make mistakes, you know. And even with decision making, different people will make different decision. For example, if I make this specific decision, just ask like, why do you do this? And she will have like specific reason for it, and say, okay, no problem, like next time maybe I will do this, try not to do that, because it might, you know, give like proper reasoning, not just like, why do you do this? No, you don't do this. This is not the correct way. Not like that.
Yeah.
You know?
It sounds like micromanaging in that environment. I don't know what is their thinking. I'm not sure. Maybe like in operational department we have to follow SOP and things like that. Not sure, but when you limited someone on making decision, it's also slower the experience, like guest experience as well, like how you deliver it to the guest.
Yeah.
Because you have to seek approval from management, and then you have to pause the guest or wait for a moment, let me go back and check with the manager. It's like, it's just something that you can solve like this, but you have to pause.
Yeah. For example, let's say if I am a guest going to the hotel and if I have this specific experience, if the staff can give me like, oh, okay, no problem, I'll fix this for you, and fix at the spot like in 5 to 10 or at least like 15 minutes, I would be happy. Because a lot of guest experience, if the time gets longer and longer, they will get more frustrated.
That's, if you think of it, that's the reason why guests always come to see manager instead of us, because like they know what the point of going to see like the normal stuff.
I'm tired of like thinking
of the back.
Yeah.
Like in the past.
Yeah. Because I'm just very happy that I leave this company for good and I leave this hospitality industry, because staying in hospitality for long term, I feel like it's going to stress me out so much. And I don't think I would be able to do this for long, for my mentality and physical as well.
Working in hospitality, it's really great as a stepping stone, but working in long term, it will be like, you will feel suffocating. You don't have a choice. Unless you really passionate about your role, about hospitality, you're loving it, then do it.
Yeah, I feel like hospitality definitely good for stepping stone, like Lisa said, because like it gives you a lot of skills that normal corporate job doesn't actually gives. So for example, like you can have time management and also decision making if the company allows.
Organization skill.
Yeah. A lot of like good skills come from hospitality, whereas if you start off with corporate, then you might be just stuck in one skill.
One skill, one field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we're saying is pretty much like, if you are thinking of quitting your job, or like if you are in a toxic working environment, you can quit. Okay, you can quit. You can quit. But find another job first. Okay.
Or take a short-term break and still look for another job, or find a new job. You never know. Like, sorry to drag this topic a little bit. I was so hesitated, like, to quit my previous role, because like I don't know what, like there's a lot of what if when you try to move to a new place, right? What if. But I was so grateful that I made a decision to move to my new job, and I'm so happy. I'm glowing. I'm happy ever.
Yeah. If you were to move, I would recommend you to move to like different department or different industry or something like that, instead of like moving from one company to another company and stay on the same place. Because if you move to another industry or position, your brain will just like open up, and like everything will be just like like really
and
good.
You get so excited to learn new skills as well. Like, oh my god, like I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm a person who, like, when you have new stuff, new skill, oh my god, every single morning I'm ready, I'm off to work, I'm set to learn new stuff. I'm so happy.
Job has to motivate you as well, not just like every single day the same thing repeating again and again. Because even with my current work, I'm doing marketing, so like every single day I have to do different stuff. Of course, sometimes it gets, some of the tasks are a bit repeating, but then a lot of the tasks are very new, and I have like a lot of opportunity to learn new stuff as well. So like it's not only for my current career choice, because for my future as well, I can use all of these skills to polish myself. And even if I want to become like a freelancer or like have my own business, I'll be able to use these skills instead of just like stucking in one place and stucking in one toxic not relationship, sorry, one toxic workplace. Yeah.
Like anything you do your best. Get the skill, moving on.
If you make the decision to quit as well, don't regret, because like people will regret sometimes. But if you are quitting, trust yourself. Because like sometime even if you fail, you can get up. It will be a problem if you don't get up, but then like even if you fail, you can still get up.
Everyone will always feel regret. Either you choose to stay or leave. Either choice you go. Either choice like you pick. You feel regret anyhow. So pick one that you think is best.
Yes, that's correct. Because you have brain as well. You have your own brain. You can make your own decisions. So yes, you can do your own stuff.
Yeah.
Quit if you want. But search for a job first.
Don't just like resign.
Yeah. I mean, like if you want that, I cannot stop. But then, yeah, you need to have like a backup plan. You know, even if you break up with your boyfriend, you need to have like some backup boys there.
Wow.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much again for listening to our podcast. This is our episode 2, and I'm Colin.
I'm Lisa.
See you next time. Bye bye.